Hi again, everyone. In the last video, you saw how to make technology-based activities that help students understand how one visual taken by itself shows information, even if it's just something as simple as how pie charts show fractions. But in most domains, students actually encounter multiple visuals, like pie charts and number lines in math, or Lewis structures and ball and stick models in chemistry. So therefore, it is important that students also learn to translate between these different visuals. And as you've heard in some of my previous videos, I have found that translating involves two skills. One is the ability to explain the translations, and the second one is intuitions in translating. Today, I want to talk about what we can do to help students translate among visuals by explaining how different visuals relate to one another. And you don't necessarily need an educational technology for this. You can ask your students to explain what information is shown by two visuals. For example, what do a pie chart and a number line have in common? The numerator in the pie chart, for example, is shown as a shaded area, but in a number line it's shown as a length, usually between 0 and some marker like a dot. But nonetheless, both show the numerator. So you can ask students to explain such correspondences between the visuals. And what this will do is it will draw students' attention to the underlying concepts, like what a numerator is. And it will also help them translate one visual into another. Like a numerator in a pie chart is represented as an area, but that can be translated into a length that would be shown in a number line. You should also ask your students to explain differences between the visuals. For example, the number line can show fractions that are larger than 1, but the pie chart can't do that as easily. So ask your students to explain what it is that one visual shows that the other visual doesn't show. And that way they will learn what information gets lost when they translate from one into the other. And this will also help them select visuals that match the problem that they're solving. Like I wouldn't pick a pie chart to show a fraction that is larger than 1. How do you get your students to explain correspondences and differences? Well, you can do this in a classroom discussion, or you can ask your students to talk to each other, or you can prompt them to reflect on these translations themselves. In my work, as you know, I create technology-based activities that prompt students to explain these translations. And again, I have some shortcuts that I can share with you that make it really easy to create such activities. So I will show you that in the next video. I hope you'll join me then.